Hello, I'm Timothy Orton, and this is Flora TV. The Keeper Project is in Maroochydore. 10 artists have been chosen to display work and give you some insights into the stories and things of that area, investigating or parts of the streets and the realm where they are. I'm here with Sally. How are you?
Good, yep.
Now, I believe you are keeper for this month in Maroochydore.
Yes, I'm keeper number 2, and my role is to be an archaeologist of people's stories in Maroochydore.
I'm asking you about your job. How do you find being an artist and a keeper?
The two combine quite well together. I'm really only a part-time artist. I'm self-taught, and I haven't really settled on a particular medium. But the last sort of year I've been concentrating more on sensory memory drawing, and I've sort of incorporated that into my project for keepers. So I've got 2 parts to my project. One is inviting people to do a sensory memory drawing from a mystery object that I collect in the morning on my walks in Maroochydore. And the second one, it's still evolving, but I'm trying to get community input to do a creative sensory mapping of Maroochydore.
That sounds great. So tell me, what is your inspiration for your art?
Originally, when I started, it was a request from my daughter, my eldest daughter, for me to draw a picture that incorporated an Australian animal and Australian flowers. And I first drew a possum using Australian flora. And I've since drawn a few more of Australian animals and trying to incorporate endangered flora and fauna. My second picture was in response to the bushfires in 2019 to 20, and I saw the devastation on the wildlife and the flora and fauna. So that inspired me to do more drawings and try and incorporate the endangered animals and endangered flora. And I've sort of gone from there. Yeah.
And is there anywhere people can see these drawings?
I've got them mostly online at my website, which is osfrana.com.au. And I also have an Etsy shop, and I'm on Instagram. But I also have this wonderful venue, Equity Works, where we can display our work, and it's a non-for-profit, so all the sales come back to the artist. So it's a really lovely opportunity. Yeah.
How did you get nominated?
For the Keepers Project, I had to apply first, and I really didn't think I would get picked because I sort of didn't think that I was an artist that could sort of fit in with that. But I wanted to try because it was a challenge for me, putting myself out there. So we had to apply, and then we had to say why we thought we could contribute to the keepers and show some of the artwork that we'd done in the past, and you either had to live or work in Maroochydore. You had to have a connection to Maroochydore. Yeah. So, and then when I found out that I'd been selected to go through the learning process, which was 3 days at the Met, 3 full days of learning to notice more and interview people and things like that. Then you got notified about 3 weeks after that that it'd been successful. So,
Are you actually collecting stories?
yes, so what I'm doing is collecting people's stories through sensory memory drawing and mapping. And then what happens at the end of the project is all the data is collected in a log, and it's then archived in the Heritage Library in Nambour. I think it's going on display. All the Keepers projects from the Sunshine Coast is going on display in 2027. I think I'm not quite sure when exactly, but it will be on display for people to look at. And there may be a separate display for the ones in Maroochydore as well, I'm not sure. Yeah.
And is your work on display for just as long as you're here, or how long?
Well, the work that's done here is actually what other people are doing. It's not my drawing. But my art is on display in a few places in Maroochydore. And I've currently got my picture, Eddie's, which is a sensory memory drawing, is going to be on display at Sense of Place in Mary Cairn Cross starting this Saturday. Yeah, not this Saturday, Saturday week. Yeah. But the art that's produced here is by the participants who are coming to see me as part of the Keepers. And that all gets archived at the end of it.
That's
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
That's good. So, if you're interested in telling your story or having your story heard, read, known, come down to Equity Works, meet Sally, Tara and everyone. Thank you, Sally,
You're
for
welcome.
joining us. This has been Flora TV. Thank you.